Mr. Boo.
Ho, 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 ho.
It is I, your entertainment guru, Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru, and I couldn't help myself because this is my 12 days of Christmas, 12 days of YouTube, 12 days of whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays. We are going in to this on the 12th day, the first video of 12 with, yes, I'm pointing right at it, Home Alone, all 6 of them. And there's probably like 3 or 4 of these movies too many, but we're going to get into it all. I've watched them all for you. We're going to talk about them, kind of maybe go over them a little bit, and I will rate them from my favorite, which will be in the number 1 spot, but we're going to count down from my least favorite in the number 6 spot. So before I get into that, I just want to remind you all to, of course, like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and also, it is very important to comment down below because for 2 people in the United States area, sorry, I will figure out more of an international thing. This is my first giveaway. Please, if you comment down below on any of these 11 videos, once per video, which means you could potentially have your name thrown into a hat 12 times. 12 times as in 12 days of the holidays. Then I will select 2 of you after the holidays, after Christmas, and we will get in touch, and I will be sending you a personalized holiday gift card with something written in it from me, Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru. And I know I'm low budget YouTube, whatever. But hey, it's the holidays, and I want to wish you a happy holidays. 2 of you will be getting that personalized card, as well as a $25 gift card to the entertainment source of your choosing from a list of what I sell at my job. So with that said, I think it's time to get on into the Home Alone 6-film franchise review. Don't you? So like I said, we're going to get right into it. And we're going to get right into it with this countdown from 6 being my least favorite to 1 being my favorite. And at the number 6 spot is this one. Right there. Number 5. Home Alone 5 has a story of a kid moving into a big house, big creepy mansion, thinks it's haunted. It was an old bootlegger mansion. Tries to catch the ghost, so that's where you start seeing that he can create traps, because he's trying to catch the ghost. Here's the big thing is him and his sister get left alone, so the parents can go to a holiday party with her new boss, which is why they had moved. She got a new job. And the premise of why there are people there burglaring in the first place is they are thieves put together by Michael McDowell, which really disappoints me because I love Michael McDowell. Great actor, good actor. If you don't know who it is, Michael McDowell, everybody. Wonderful, wonderful actor. Bad movie. He puts together a team to break in, look for any kind of secret bootlegger area where this painting that's part of his, like the bootleggers are part of his family, they're his ancestors, what have you. He wants the painting for himself, puts together the team, goes in. The kid tries to make them think the house is haunted while he's doing everything, which is kind of neat. At one part, he uses like TVs and lights and like automatic curtains. Tries to make them think the place is haunted. Hey, get out. Amityville horror stuff. But it just takes so long to get into the physical comedy, and it was so boring that at one point my wife, my child, and I were all on the phone on like TikTok, Facebook, checking our email, anything that wasn't watching this movie. It was so boring. Number 5, Home Alone 5 is the least favorite, and it is at number 6. And that's really all I got on that one. I mean, it was good for an okay laugh, and if you have Disney Plus, you might as well watch the whole collection, right? Because I watched it for you. Now, if you want to watch it for yourself, you know where to watch. Disney Plus, everybody. All 6 are over there. But number 5 is getting the number 6 spot. So moving into the next of my 2 not so favorites, my least favorites, is going to be Home Alone 4. Now, Home Alone 4 gets the number 5 spot. This is Home Alone 4, okay? This is supposed to be Kevin McAllister. This is where this movie fails, in my opinion, because it is not the McAllisters. For one, none of the actors are the same. They even bring Marv back. Not the same actor. And I love the guy playing him. He's hilarious. He's funny. but he's not Marv. Nobody can scream like Marv. Marv is Marv. You cannot replace Marv. And you can't replace the McAllisters with people who aren't even the same age. Like Buzz should be older. Kevin should be older. The lady should be older. And whatever happened to, like, you have 7 kids, 7 tickets, 7 kids, 7 tickets, 7 kids, 14. Okay, well, minus the adults, that's still more than 2 kids. Or 3 kids. Sorry, I forgot about Kevin there. So where did all the other McAllisters even go? This movie's premise goes around that Kevin's parents are getting a divorce and the husband's with some rich lady. Kevin runs away to go see his father, to be with them for Christmas. And the whole premise is that Marv is back, but he's not burglaring. No, burglaring's over. No, he don't want to do that no more. Throw that out there. He's going to try to kidnap a crown prince, a prince that is coming to spend Christmas with this rich lady. That's right, it turns into a kidnapping scheme. And of course, it doesn't work out. The only real good things is it doesn't take forever to get into the physical comedy, and it is kind of neat to be like, oh, what if Kevin and Marv met each other again? If they were the same people and if they were of the right age and then there's the butler. The butler makes it good. The butler's a good actor. He's funny in it. You like him. And there's a twist. There's a slight, teeny, tiny little twist. And honestly, I hate to admit that me, an entertainment guru, didn't see it coming. So this movie here, honestly, of course, all of them have happy endings, but it did not have a happy enough ending or a happy enough story or enough to keep me really intrigued in it as much as some of the ones that we're going to get to. So yes, it's not in the last place on 6, but Home Alone 4, you get the next spot, which is 5. So we are going to move on. And there's one, right now, these are the ones that I'm really starting to like. I'm really starting to get to. And that is Home Sweet Home Alone. It is the newest one. And it stars Ellie Kemper from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt on Netflix. So that's a little favoritism there. I think she's hilarious. I think she's funny. My bird is named after a character from that show. My bird's name is Cordelita's Bird, named after Cordelita's Bert, which is Titus Andromeda's like rival in that show, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. What I like about this one is I feel like it doesn't take long for the story to progress. It doesn't take long for the physical comedy to start. It doesn't take long for comedy to start because you have Kenan Thompson being hilarious from the second the movie starts. He plays a realtor and he's just great. It's how he delivers his lines. It's Kenan. I mean, come on. But it goes around the fact that they think this kid steals a doll from them, and this doll is worth a lot of money. They're losing their house. They're having to sell their house. They can't pay their mortgages. He wants to sell this doll on eBay. Goes, sees the doll's not there, thinks the kid took it, goes over to the house. Chaos ensues. So it's kind of like the original movies where they're going on vacation and whoops, a kid left behind. He sees that there's a jacket with something that looks like a doll in it. All right, now it's on. Now me and my wife have to get this doll back. So him and Ellie Kemper, who's his wife, go over when this kid's home alone. And they're trying to get the doll back. That's really all they want. They think that the doll was stolen. And the typical hijinks ensue as he continuously beats the crap out of them. And they are hilarious. And they're just funny. And there's one part where they're sliding down some ice on a driveway, and what she says is hilarious. There's some lines in there that he says that are hilarious after getting the crap beat out of him. Real simple story. He thinks that they're going to, like, human traffic him. He thinks that when they're talking about this ugly boy, which is this ugly doll, that it's him. So, of course, he's going to fight back. He does not want to be sold to no old ladies. All in all, it's going to get the number 4 spot. Home Sweet Home gets number 4. And from here on out, we got the top 3. And that's what everyone came to see, right? So let's do a short little recap. Home Alone 5, complete garbage. It is at number 6. Home Alone 4, what were you thinking doing the whole McAllister thing? That's number 5. And at number 4, we have Home Sweet Home Alone. And I actually have to say that that's kind of a cute little movie. You might want to watch it with your kids. It is actually really good. And the ending of it is probably the most heartwarming ending I've ever seen in a Home Alone. So with that said, we're getting into the top 3. That's right. We're getting into it. My number 3 pick is Home Alone 3. 3 stays at the 3 spot where it should be. 3 was actually good enough to keep my attention. I think it had a very unique plot. It had 4 burglars this time instead of 2, and I just all around it kept my attention. It made me laugh. It made my wife laugh. My child laughed. It was actually pretty good. The basic story here is a kid gets a gift gifted to him that was mistakenly grabbed from an airport on a bag swap that they didn't know happened. And this old lady gives this kid, the gift. It's a race car, and it has a chip in it stolen by four terrorists, 4 Terrys, 4 people up to no good. They hit a chip that is like a missile chip in this car. And basically from there, like they track the neighborhood down. They track the kid, they track the lady down. They're looking around. Well, this kid's noticing that something ain't right, and he's on to him. He calls the cops several times. No one's listening. Finally, they track down the car. The kid's trying to catch him on camera. It kind of backfires. So now you've got four high-tech spies going up against a kid, and literally, again, thinking this kid can't possibly be smarter than us and underestimate him. And the hijinks start, and they start pretty soon, and the whole thing's really well done, really funny. I like how you got to see that the kid already knew something was up, and basically if the cops aren't going to do anything, I'm going to do something. And it turns out to just be a really genuinely good holiday movie in the Home Alone series. So number 3, you're just going to stay in the 3 spot because I feel like you're just perfectly nestled right where you need to be. And this is where I'm going to get comments for sure. I'm going to start up a little controversy here. Is my next one, oh man, it's not number 1. I mean, it is number 1, but it's number 2. Confused yet? You see where I'm going with this? Number 2 spot is number 1. Now, you can't beat an original, but in this case, I kind of feel like Lost in New York beat the original. And I love the original, but it is in the number 2 spot. Marv, Harry, Kevin. Basically, if you have never seen it, you have to see it. Disney Plus has it. Basic concept of the original film, Home Alone. People, big family, going on vacation. Things are amiss, things are a mess. And Kevin, one of the youngest, gets left behind. And there are burglars posing as plumbers and cops. And they're scoping the area out. So they see this nice fancy house with this big family. They're going to rob it. But little do they know, little Kevin McAllister is there. And not only has he fooled them into thinking people are home and partying and all kinds of stuff, but of course he has set traps when they come for him, and the hijinks are great. Nobody can do it like Joe Pesci and the guy playing Marv. The screams they make, the sounds they make, like his cussing in the movie is hilarious. The traps are great. And you know that all throughout this series, I'm not going to hold back. All the traps are good in this series. But in reality, it would probably land you in the ER. Maybe in critical care, or at the least, probably in urgent care, or at the worst, probably 6 feet under. And this is the film that started that all. This is the film with all the original, gadgets, traps, and hijinks. But it falls in at number 2 on my countdown. I'm sorry. We have Home Alone 5 at number 6. Home Alone 4 at number 5. Home Sweet Home Alone at number 4. Home Alone 3 stays at the 3 spot, but I'm sorry, Home Alone, it's at the 2nd spot because my favorite one of the whole franchise is Lost in New York. That's right, my number 1 spot, my number 1 favorite Home Alone in this whole 6 series franchise is number 2. I love number 2. It's great. It's because it plays off of number 1 and it just carries it forward. There's more adventures as Kevin this time doesn't get left home alone. His family's going to Miami and he makes it to the airport and he's got his dad's bag. He's rumbling through it, needs to find batteries for his Walkman thing. Unfortunately follows the wrong guy into a plane, and well, they're in Miami and he's in New York. And guess who else is in New York? Marv and Harry. They've escaped jail during a prison riot and they are in New York. And it's great because not only does he have to survive in New York, try to find his uncle that lives there, but they're on vacation. House is vacant, renovating, renovations everywhere. But he's in a hotel and the hotel's onto him, so he's like trying to fool them. And there's some really funny moments in there you got Tim Curry, you got Rob Schneider. Hell, there's even a little bit of a little segment with Trump in it. Like, there's just so many people in it. And he's ducking and dodging the hotel people, and then he ducks and dodges Marv and Harry. But he knows that Marv and Harry are going to rob a toy store. And they're going to take the money that's going to be given to a children's hospital on Christmas Eve. Well, Kevin just can't have that. So in the first one, they come for Kevin, but in this one, Kevin comes for them. Lures them into that renovated house of his uncle's, and just, wow. I mean, the things that he does, they would definitely be needing a funeral shortly after going into this area with Kevin. And the part that just still to this day is the best is Marv getting electrocuted, getting voltage ran through him, and his hair's like this, and his hair's like this, and his hair's like this, and then he's a skeleton, and the scream he's letting out, pure comedy, pure genius. There's a part where, he catches Harry's head on fire the second time he did in the first movie, and this time instead of water, Harry puts his head in a toilet with flammable stuff, and just the way they go about that is hilarious. Number 2 is my favorite Home Alone movie. So once again, we have 5 being my least favorite, followed by 4, followed by Home Sweet Home Alone. And then we've got my top 3, which is number 3, number 1, and number 2. Don't judge me, all. Sometimes sequels are better. And with that said, I'm going to throw the like, subscribe, and notification bell up there. I'm going to stop rambling on because you have 12 days of Christmas to celebrate, and you can't just stay here and celebrate it with me. But I will be back tomorrow with another video and another up until Christmas Eve. So please comment down below, get in on this gift card thing, and I will see you in the next video. I'm Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru, and until next time, if someone is threatening your house in any way, shape, or form, or even gonna harm the little kids' futures of having money donated to them at a hospital, feel free to make some traps. Feel free to put yourself up with some hijinks, and hey, feel free to make some friends that might actually save you in the end. I'm Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru, and I'm out.